it just started like that. But I'm just making this video because for the first time I just seen that my mother had shared something with the family sort of group chat, and it, as far as I'm concerned, was a very brave thing for her to do. She can see the truth of things, and like some people liked it or laughed at it, kind of thing, made whatever these little emojis and stuff. But like it, and being a truth person, living the true way of life, I can, and I understand and experience that. But I haven't even talked to my mother about it yet, but it really upsets me because like the people, like the only reason they might even have to believe in God in this world would be my mother. And in knowing that she is like one of the most giving, loving, honest people, and to step up, it seems harsh because I know she's just worried about their well-being. You gotta share, I know she's probably tried to mention some stuff to these people, but you can't even tell them anything. They know, don't wear your mask, do whatever. They buy it 100%, and it's hard to think like these people, they would never listen to me. But coming from my mom, being who my mom is, you think that like this really should be like a defense mechanism where they're mocking, liking, joking around about it because it's so horrifically the case. And I don't know, it just seems weird when it's through my mom. I'm glad as heck that she can see. And I know that like part of the reason I could is because she always instilled such a sharing and, all of this sort of the importance of this, like really. And then not only said it, but practiced it to this day, like, you know what I mean? So, as you're aware, like a lot of people now, when you can see the truth, you're not affected by it. But this affected me. It affected me because I'm thinking, how dare you, or like, oh, you're crazy if you don't even look at it, it's like doctors saying, about the CDC saying that we're attaching coronavirus to all of these, whatever the truth is. It was pure unadulterated truth, the stuff that everyone is supposed to hear, so that they can separate the herd. Narrow is the gate. There's only going to be, small population put into those camps. The masses, they can kill them because they're ripe to go to hell at this point because they made their decision. But it's the one in the camps. He doesn't want anyone to go to heaven to fulfill their destiny. So these are the ones. As long as you stay true and honest until the time that he allows it to end, because it's just too much. They're all microchipped, hence cutting them off from God. This is the temple right here. Your body. The third temple is the body. And the 666, all of that is your Antichrist. It's technology. It's the beast. It's in every Masonic hint from day one. It is the manifestation of the promise. It's gross to someone who could see the truth, and to the others, it's beautiful and like luscious. They think it's just artsy, great, grand. People doing all their symbolism, like they think it's just, oh, it's such a cool throwback that every one of these people are so uniquely ununiquely in the occult, sharing like it's some sort of cool. It's pretty sad. It's pretty damn sad. I'm sure any of you guys, if you've tried to share anything with people you know, have been like hard pressed to get anyone to see anything for real. I know one way that's worked for me on a couple of people, and oddly enough, what I've used to open their eyes is their own pride, I guess you would say. I listened to what they're knowledgeable, what they wanted to teach me about. And knowing what I know about the world, you can research any avenue and find truth in it. Like I'm telling you, like you just throw a dart and lie. Lie. Like it's bad when it all unfolds. Like and everyone will know this one day. You'll either know it after or you already do know it. Everything comes out. That's what 2020 vision is. Look at Time magazine. They had the 2020 that in green and red. That's your color blindness. This is it. We're getting the full script. The government is bad. It's against us. It's not anything that anyone could stop. You just have to grab your own sovereignty and say no to what they oppress you to do. As far as I know, it looks to me like the reason I was saying earlier, if you check the lists for these big hits on these big, the impactful campaigns, like this school shooting or this or that bombing or whatever, they actually don't have kills on the federal registry. And that's there for people to find if you want to know. Because I guess it's done through propaganda or whatever. And that they don't want you to know that they don't want to kill anyone. They want you to kill them. They want us to kill each other. That's why there's never any deaths at these things. You hear what I'm saying? With the coronavirus, that's why all they're doing is this is a record year. No one's ever had pneumonia this year. They've all just died of COVID. I guess it's faster to the punch. So the numbers, they're just swinging them over. You know, I'm hearing all that. Like, I'm sure you've heard it all too. Who cares about it? Who cares about it, I guess. The point is that they're making the move, and there is really nothing that can be done per se. I wanted to warn the world when I was first woken up, only to realize that the world isn't to be warned, because you could say it right in their face, and if they have the love of unrighteous ways, they won't be able to, because they choose that over it. There's more, and it's hey, like a lot of these people have a lot invested in this life. They did what the government told. They worked hard, or whatever their thing is, and they feel like they're played their deck of cards well. So they're secure in that. They don't want that, even though deep down inside they know. They just don't want it to be true. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why, like with the Old Testament, you have the Old Testament and the New Testament. That's attached to create religion. The words of Jesus is what's written on the baby's heart, on the child's heart. That's what they grow out of them. That's what you have to get back to, unless you become like a child. And it's a. Yeah. You just have to become like a child. Like it's a It's a kind of innocence, and before they if you think back to like when you shared and all of these things and learning, it's just such a cold out. It's unbelievable. I learned through all of this in my own negligence. I never learned it, but 26,000 people a day die of starvation in the world. Coronavirus, what it's like killing, I don't know, whatever. I don't know what you do the math. It's 7, 10, we'll even say 15,000 right now at this point. I don't know. I don't watch it. I just take get out of it because it's like it's absolutely seen. But I was looking on YouTube, and then one of the titles was Coronavirus Caused by Man for Deforestation. And I'm just like, what are they putting these people through? Like, oh my God. Scary. Very scary. Very scary. What, like, it's unbelievable what the fear level going on. It's scary. I guess I'm all over with this, but yeah, if you wanna wake someone that you know, and they're like they know, like say they're knowledgeable. For example, one person, my wife, she knew about real estate stuff, and then I looked and then I ended up showing her the empty cities in China. And she knows lots about the values and all that of property and supply, demand, all that, just everything about real estate. Like, it's a weird thing that she, considering we don't buy or anything, nothing to do with owning any property or anything. It's something she did for when she was a kid in the newspaper. Odd, but so then I confronted with that, and it's just like, well, that doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? And then the horrifying realization that all those 36 empty cities are like a miniature Los Angeles and like a miniature France. And you know what I mean? Just meant like probably for the elites to come when they give the okay to rake over and go get their payback or whatever the trip they're going to do to America, and Canada sitting right there alongside it. In the Bible it says every nation turns against it. So that means even Canada probably tries to jump on the bandwagon against the U.S. When, as far as I'm concerned, it's the same old thing, man. It's the same old thing. Doesn't matter where it is. Anyway, I guess I'm just babbling on. I just wanted to say that. Good luck to any of you guys, and if you have a chance, just pray. Just say, hey, I didn't know, but this guy or these people are there. Everyone's saying this stuff. Let me in. If I'm sorry. Like, if I didn't know. Like, I really didn't know. You know what I mean? And if you knock, he'll answer. Like, for me, it was like an insane answering of the door. It was like a crazy, like, boom. It's not like that for every. You might just have seeds planted, or these coincidences. If you look in an old dictionary, there was no word for there was coinciding events. They knew everything was predestined, right? And this is just an echo of what happened when he created the world. He seen what happened from beginning to end and went ahead with it anyway, for a small few, worthy, like, you know what I mean, compared to the mass. So, and it was worth it. So I'm interested to find out with that anyway. And I guess I will leave it at that.